Alpine have just launched their new car for the 2024 season, and the livery has left much to be desired, hasn't it? That was so underwhelming. Last year we got two different liveries, completely different, and they look fantastic, especially when you compare it to this year. And the camera panned in, and all we got, as you can see, was carbon, carbon, and more carbon. I mean, the only patches of colour I've got is just around the BWT logos. There's a few sort of stripes along the front nose cone and a little bit on the back. And they've sort of put another BWT logo where we've got the pink and blue. Just at the far rear tip of the exhaust, haven't we really? Other than that, the only colour is really from the logos and the sponsorship logos that we've got patched around the car. Again, the car that looked thin on sponsors, we've just got BWT plastered all over it. Other than that, even the Castrol logo on the side, engine cover just is really quite small, isn't it? And that was, well, underwhelming. And then we got the surprise of the second logo, another pink one, and we thought, oh, this will be hopefully a bit more dramatic. And, well, I couldn't spot the difference to be. I had to look twice to see what they actually done here. The designer was some artist. I think he's been on holiday, had a jolly with the money he's got from Alpine, and he's scratched up with, yeah, let's just put the colour of the logos on there. Honestly, I can't see what they were doing with this one. That is probably the worst car livery I've probably seen in a few years. And yes, some of you might be jumping on my back saying, well, actually you were really happy with the Mercedes black we seen a few years ago. Well, credit to Mercedes, they went all black before black was a thing. So when they reverted back to it, it kind of, you know, they was a bit of a throwback thing that they did, so they got a bit of credit for that. Hopefully this year they can throw something different and add some colour in there, but this Alpine is just blue and they do the pink, and it should be fantastic. We seen last year, it was really good to see the two liveries. I mean, I thought the pink was better than the blue last year, and this year, I mean, when the pink popped up, I had to look twice to see where the difference was. I mean, again, it's just the blue sort of stripes along the front nose cone that have just turned pink. Other than that, the car and the colours look pretty much the same as the blue one, so I'm not sure what they've worked on there. But yeah, overall, I think they've just sort of gone on about the car, and the big issue, it clearly looks like they've tried to reduce the weight. They've got a new car front to back, they've said. They've just effectively worked on the flow and the aero package, haven't they? They integrated the exhaust as part of the rear wing, which was quite unique actually. It's something that I've not seen or heard of before. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, because all the energy from the exhaust is effectively being used on the rear suspension. Will that work? I mean, it looks a bit radical and a bit different. I've not sort of heard anything quite unique like that, and it did look quite good, to be fair. The other big thing is that they've moved the RS around to help with weight distribution. The rear wing was the big one as well that they've kind of worked on. They said they got that horribly wrong last year, and they've done it to reduce drag. I mean, their big issue last year was they are so slow down the straight. The Renault engine, which is homogloted, so you can't make any changes to that, it was so much down on power compared to the rest of the teams that they have to sort of make these potential almost compromises a little bit, aren't they? Because they've said that their rear wing element is going to have to change significantly, will adapt race to race to help them. And I think that's where they've gone massively to reduce drag and try and help them down that long straights, especially in Monza, Spa, where they kind of, well, they did all right in Spa surprisingly, but Monza they really struggled, and all the big long straights. Las Vegas they struggled with speed down the straight, so they've really gone hard and rectified that, and a lot of the work seems like it's gone into that to try and cover the gap that they've got with the Renault engine in the back of that thing. But yeah, as livery reveals go, that was probably the worst. And next up we've got V the Cash App RB tomorrow. I mean, they're starting with a blank canvas, and the only thing that they can do is, apart from the shocking name they've got, actually is produce a livery that is actually radical. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one, because this was shocking. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.